I'm coming down from a flu, but let's try to weather through this now. Next, Caspian mission. I prefer to call those missions. I've already mentioned that a long time ago. But, oh yeah. Oh. As usual, we'll start by viewing all the information available. Let's start.
Iraqi forces are invading southern Russia, and it looks like they're converging. I just don't know where. Uh-oh, yes I do. An ex-Soviet chemical weapons plant.
Good. We've been hoping for another crack. General Sadistovak.
No doubt he will use those weapons, and Shadow Man will be sure Moscow gets full credit.
Commander, you'll have allies all around that mountain fortress. But if it falls, there'll be nothing but sand between that madman and chemical weapons. And remember, if you do not think, you will not win.
Shooting General. Yeah, there are two mentions which link this game to the first three. That is one of them. And these mentions are both in this mission. Yoink. Let's start with the intel.
Savak is a bull in a china shop. If he gets weapons of mass terror, every tin pot dictator and prancing peacock is going to invade their neighbor, thus aiding and abetting the Shadow Man. Experts are divided as to if Savak is a true religious fanatic or whether he creates visions to serve his political ends, as did the madman you might remember from an earlier strike campaign. Whether he is a religious zealot or cynical manipulator, no one doubts he is willing to fight to the last drop of everybody's blood but his own.
Militarily, that's vital. Savak is a coward. He'll be nowhere near the line of battle. He hides among his elite democratic guards until he can ride in triumph when victory is assured. The many films we see of him acting brave in battle are in fact stage photo shoots.
And that comparison between Savak and the general from Desert Strike was the second connection. In the first three Strike games and these last two, they form two clear continuities, but between the two groups, less so. I don't think there's anything in the manual even that forms a connection. Anyway, onwards.
We are grossly outnumbered, outgunned, and outflanked, but we have two things going for us: the terrain and the locals. The battlefield is jagged mountains ripped with deep gorges and valleys. Rock slides will slow the enemy advance. And the locals are as rugged as the mountains they live in. They are defending their homeland and will fight to the death. If you master the terrain and our allies, we just might have a chance. You know the tenets of air-land battle: initiative, depth, agility, and synchronization. They've got the initiative and depth. We've got the agility. Synchronization is what you can create with Ahmad's relatives.
You neglect one fact, Earl. I have access to StrikeNet, and with it, I shall strike you.
He's not kidding. He's downloading the coordinates of all key battlefield locations to his rocket artillery.
He might have access to the net, but he doesn't have access to your mind, Commander. Think, and you will win.
Yep, this is one big defense mission, and in my opinion the toughest mission overall in the game. Well, here's our first three. Now I've lost the word I'm thinking. Now I can't think of the word I want, but three first attack forces. That's good enough. The first light tanks. Oh look, we are being politically correct by referring to a non-existent nation, which sounds suspiciously like a certain real thing. Ireki.
The first order of business is to slow the immediate threat. Buy time to think and react. Destroy their mobile supplies to bog down the large formations, then squeeze them through the terrain single file. Finally, use the locals to tag team them in the passes.
Mechanical infantry or mechanized infantry.
Destroy the personnel carriers in successive phases. Target the anti-aircraft first to disable the immediate enemy threat. Then rake APC formations with chain gun fire to slow and weaken vehicles for the local defenders to finish off. Hit supply vehicles at every opportunity.
Funny thing, there is anti-aircraft weapons peppered around, but they don't move with the offensive forces. Heavy tanks, these are the big boys, which are pretty nasty.
Attacking an armored formation from the front is suicidal, so come in from behind. Disable their AA support before engaging the tank's main guns.
Again, the anti-aircraft doesn't move with the tanks. Artillery, which is over there and stationary for the moment.
Whatever you do not get downrange of this ordnance.
The general's putting him out. Those rockets will chew you up and spit you out like a big metal loogie.
Cut their rate of fire by taking out all ammo trucks before engaging the launch vehicles.
And scouts, which are already behind, well, friendly lines, I guess.
This is Savak's recon. Low priority threat. Waste minimal time and ammo on them until the primary threat is neutralized. Then your chain gun will shred their thin skins like tin foil.
And the elites, which are over there, grouped around Savak.
It's nearly impossible to nail Savak while he's protected by his elite guard. Wait until he gets cocky late in the battle and sends them out for the killing blow. When they roar away, he'll be vulnerable.
Don't pop Savak right away. And when you do, first take out the guard's ammo trucks. No ammo, no reload. Always knock them off from behind. So any remaining AA missiles can't be used against you.
If you need to slow down the elite guard's advance, feign an attack on Savak to draw him back.
And Savak himself. M3 headquarters car. Okay.
When it's time to wrap this thing up, Commander, take Savak out in style. I recommend Strike's own version of Scorched Earth to ensure no dictator ever tries this again.
Yeah, you do good to remember that. And then the forces, and his introduction will probably be longer than one video.
If this antique tank was a person, it'd be playing shuffleboard in a retirement home. Nevertheless, approach with caution, Chief. It'd be a big-time embarrassment to be killed by a metal dinosaur.
Let's see, okay.
Big, slow pop guns. Taking them out is real simple, at least in theory. Now you get in front of them, and your Apache is a flying coffin. So eradicate these vermin while they looking the other way. I recommend using a hit and split attack, Chief. Big...
Oops, sorry. And as you can see from the map, no Scots anywhere right now. Scar.
These puppies grow through missiles like whales grow through plankton. If you can't get to them, nail the ammo trucks they got hanging around. You don't have to worry about an empty gun, no matter how big it is.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the elites.
These SAMs are sluggers, and at first they got home field advantage. So wait until they finally stray off their supply base, then 3 shots, and they're out.
Fuel. Large explosion, that's a lie.
As with any truck, this one's only good for target practice, but these boys provide a whole fireworks show when they go up. Fun to watch, but not fun for anybody in the orchestra seat.
I'm not entirely sure about slowing them down either, or about if destroying the ammo trucks reduces the rate of fire for anything.
Man, these hunks of junk should have been turned out to pasture a long time ago. Shoot them and put them out of their misery.
I usually just blow them up. Oh yeah, these are the heavy tank. No, they are not. These are stationary.
They call this thing Zeus because it fights like the Wrath.
Oh yeah, we already seen that. What about this?
Man, this reminds me of a big egg carton. Crush the outside and you get an omelet.
Yeah, we've had that too before.
This thing is slow and dumb. Even dumb if there isn't radar around. It fires 4 missiles at once, and with 4 tries, even this turkey can't miss. So don't waltz in front of it, woof it from behind.